So if you find yourself in an emergency situation where you need to power your house due to an outage like I have right now, I'm going to show you how to do that. If you have an electric vehicle with a 220 volt plug in the bed, or even like the Ford Powerboost, it's got a 30 amp 220 volt plug. You can actually backfeed that into your house. I should start by saying that this is for entertainment purposes only. It is potentially dangerous, and don't mess with power if you're not familiar with it. I've got some SO cable from my shop. This is a 3-conductor 8-gauge. My house has a bonded neutral, so I will not be able to hook up the ground to my Ford Lightning, or I'll get a ground fault error on the Ford Lightning. So 3-conductor is going to work great for me. They sell this SO cable at Home Depot, and this 8-gauge is rated for 50 amps, and we're only going to be putting 30 amps through it. So I've got a plug here. This is the L1430 plug that matches my truck. Alright, so we got the back of my plug, and we're going to ignore the green for ground. And we've got a W here where our neutral cable goes through, so we're going to use green on the cable I've got as our neutral cable, and then we'll put the 2 hot wires on these other 2 connections labeled X and Y. So I'll do that real quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Wires are connected. Of course, this wire is a little big for what this plug's meant for, so they don't fit in there great, but they fit in there. I'll go ahead and attach this the rest of the way and show you what we're going to do with the breaker. We're here at my panel, and we've got the other side of the cable here. Again, this is an emergency situation. There are actual attachments for your breaker panel cover that you can basically make sure that this main breaker is never on while you're backfeeding your system. I'm going to go ahead and turn the main breaker off. While I'm at it, these big 220 volt breakers that I'm not going to be able to feed with this anyways, shutting all those off. This last breaker here is a feed to my electric vehicle charger. I'm actually going to remove this breaker, and I'm going to wire into this one, and this is what we're going to backfeed through. So I'll do that by pulling it off and disconnecting the wires. I'm going to attach the white and black wire to my breaker, and then the green wire, which I've got on the neutral side of that plug, is going to go on this right side down here to the neutral. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll take a picture or some video and show you what it looks like. Alright, so we've got that hooked up. I taped up the wires coming off my charger. These dead end to my electric vehicle charger, so just didn't want them touching anything. And we've got that green wire connected to neutral. We're going to go ahead and just turn that breaker on. Again, top breaker is off. And go to my truck. And we've got this plug here. Hooked up. Start the truck up. Okay, looking for our Pro Power on board. Okay, and we turned on the bed. and looks like it's drawing some power from the bed. And as you can see, we've got power in the house, in our messy garage. So again, this is more of an emergency type thing. I've had it on my list to do this correctly and actually get the plate that attaches to the breaker panel and actually put in an outlet. So I guess I need to stop putting it off and get that done. But for now, I can keep my refrigerator going and my freezer going. So once my neighbors tell me that we have power again, first thing I'm going to do is turn this breaker off and probably disconnect the breaker altogether before I turn the main on.